friends, I'm Tiffany Seitz, Miss Pennsylvania 2019. I've been involved in the Miss America organization for the past 3 years and have earned over $12,000 in scholarships. In addition to being a state title holder, I am also a dance teacher at Gwen's School of Champions by Natalie in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through one of my favorite stretching routines. It's one that I love to do both at home on my own and in the studio with my students. I love stretching as a form of fitness because it increases flexibility, reduces risk of injury, improves physical performance, and reduces stress. So, let's get started. I'm going to warm up my body and get my heart rate up by jogging in place, following it with 8 plie jump squats to loosen tight hips and hip flexors. Next, we're going to stretch out our obliques with a right standing side bend. From there, we're going to move into a right standing straddle stretch that is going to loosen the hamstring. And from there, we're going to move it down to a right lunge that's going to loosen tight hips and engage our quad and hamstring. After that, we're going to pull it back into a right pyramid stretch that's going to lengthen and stretch the hamstring. And we're going to finish it off with a right split. And after you wrap up that right split, hop up and repeat the sequence on the left, starting with the side bend. Once you finish the sequence on the left, we're going to move into our right and left flunges. A flunge is half of a froggy pose and half of a lunge and is a great frontal hip opening stretch. This stretch is going to help us loosen the hip flexors to prepare for the straddle split. Make sure that when you're doing your flunge, your heel is in line with your knee and you use either your hand or your elbow to push back on the knee to further open the fronts of the hips. After you finish your flunges, you're going to move to a froggy stretch. Make sure that your knees and hips are in one straight line and try to get your pelvis as close to the floor as possible. After you finish your froggy stretch, straighten both legs into a straddle split. Make sure your knees, hips, and feet are all in one straight line. After you finish your straddle split, you're going to move to a seated straddle stretch in which we will do a right side bend, a left side bend, and a center straddle stretch. Make sure that when you're doing your center straddle stretch, that you elongate your spine as much as you can and try to get your chest to touch the floor. And for one last mobility enhancer and to give our hip flexors one last full rotation, push through your seated straddle stretch into a pancake, stand on up, and you're all finished. Hey guys, welcome back and thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Miss America How To and for stretching with me. If you stretched at home today, be sure to snap a photo and use the hashtag Miss America How To. Make sure you're keeping up with me on social media at Miss America PA and at Tiffany_Seitz. Make sure that you are subscribed to and following all of the Miss America social media handles for more how-to lessons from the Miss America class of 2020.